What is up, guys? This is going to be a video that goes over Snapchat ads and how to launch a profitable campaign from scratch, from building your video ad on Snapchat to launching it with a testing strategy. And it's going to be a low budget testing strategy as well. So make sure you guys are paying attention to this video. I'm going to go through every single step. Make sure you guys drop a like if you do enjoy the content. And I'm going to jump on my computer right now. All right, what is up, guys? We're having a chill sesh on my computer right now. I just pulled up Snapchat ads. I'm going to show you exactly how to go through and launch Snapchat ads for a Shopify dropshipping store, going from creating your video ads to actually launching the campaign and being able to launch the campaign at a low budget due to Snapchat's updates, so that now we can run $5 per day ad sets. So I'm super excited to get started with you guys in this video. And what we're going to do now is basically just click create ads. You're going to make sure that you want to have your Shopify store completely done before you get to this point. So you want to have really good description, you want to have reviews, you want to have a branded logo, and you want to make sure your back-end systems are set up for your success. So payment processors like setting up a Stripe account or setting up your customer service support with automated Zendesk replies by using Fiverr to actually outsource your customer service, or even just having fast shipping by going on AliExpress and sorting the suppliers by US-based suppliers. This is going to be the easiest way for you to see success with ads, so make sure all of those things are set up prior to starting this part of this video. So if you guys have trouble, or if you're having trouble with your store, you can also look at my store building cheat sheet that's available on my Instagram. So go to my Instagram below and check out that store building cheat sheet. But anyway, what we're going to do now is create ads. So there's instant create and advanced create. We're going to choose advanced create because we want full control of the ads. We want to be able to change different metrics, age, gender, placements, all those things we want to be able to change. So we're going to hit advanced. Once you get to this screen right here, we're going to be able to select our campaign objectives. So it gives us different objectives to target app installs, traffic to a website, traffic to an app. What we want to do is select website conversions, because conversions is going to be the easiest way for add to carts, initiate checkouts, and sales on our Shopify store, and that is the goal of this video. So we're going to select conversions. Once you've done that, now we can name the campaign, and the easiest way to name this is just putting your product. So I'm going to put resistance bands for this example. Once you've done that, you can also schedule a time for the ads to begin and start running. I usually just select immediately because I want to launch ads as soon as possible, and that's what I usually like to do. So you guys can do whatever you want. I usually do immediately, and you can set them to run indefinitely. What we can do is just toggle them off. If it gets to the point where the ad set spends our profit margin, then we can look at the metrics, we can look at the cost per swipe up, and we can look at if it's gotten add to carts, initiate checkouts, and make a judgmented decision. But I'll show you guys that once I go over how to actually scale your ads and look at your columns. So once you guys have done that, what we can do now is just go to the ad set level. At the ad set level, we're going to be able to target different audiences and different interests. So what you're going to do is just get rid of all this that they put here for you. And we're going to do US, we're going to do 21, 65 plus. And then what we would do is just put our interests right next to that. And the reason why I'm targeting these metrics is because, one, I'm going to have a US supplier, so I'm going to be able to get really fast shipping right off the bat. And I'm also going to be targeting 21 to 65 because if you're targeting people who are above 21, usually they're going to have capital to spend on Snapchat, but you guys could go either way and test things to see what works. You could even do 18 to 65 if the product could apply to people who are a little bit younger. So definitely test these things out and make sure you guys don't overthink it too much. Once you guys have done that, you can just select single image or video because we're going to be launching a video for our ad. And what you can do is just put website for attachment. And then once you get down to placements, we're just going to start with automatic placements. Snapchat is going to show our video to the pockets that are going to work the best. And so that's what I usually select when I go to launch. You could do edit placements eventually and just test with stories. And that sometimes works well for me too, but I would just recommend automatic placements when you're just getting started, when you're just starting to build data. For locations, we're going to just set United States because, like I said to you guys, we're only targeting United States because my supplier is based in the United States. And for ages, you guys can see we can go all the way down to 13. But what we're going to do for this example is just put 21 and then 50 plus. For genders, we're going to put all, but if your product is gender specific, like if it's a dress, you would obviously target females, but you guys can just keep it all because, like I said, you want to keep it fairly broad. For languages, you want to target English, and you also want to be able to target different demographics and interests. So now I'm going to go over exactly how to make decisions on what to target for your demographics and your interests. So usually I don't select too many demographics when I'm starting out with dropshipping products, and because these interests aren't really related too much. But if your product or your service or your digital good that you're selling applies to any of these demographics, like household incomes, if you're trying to sell a really high ticket product, you could start to target those. But I like to use low ticket product items, so we're not even going to be able to use that. We're going to come down to where we can go to audiences and select our interests. So as you guys can see, I clicked off expand audience automatically because Snapchat will show your ad to people sometimes who aren't necessarily going to buy. So that's why I deselect that. And I like to choose interests that are really related to my product. So what we can do is look through here. And since I said, for example, we're going to be doing the resistance bands, I'm going to look for interests that relate to resistance bands. So as you guys can see, there's fitness enthusiasts. So what we could do is target one of these interests. We can just go with yoga enthusiasts, right? And then all I would do is take this, copy it, and then I would go back up to the top and just paste it so that you can tell which interest is with each ad set. And when we're managing our ad sets, we can see which interests are performing the best. Pretty much after that, once you get your interest selected, we can come down to where it says delivery, and this is where we can set the budget for each ad set. So it's going to spend this budget within 24 hours of launching. So I usually set my budgets at $5 per day. And since with Snapchat's updates, we can now do $5 per day, a lot of you guys who have lower budgets are going to be able to run ads, which is really, really nice. The next thing we're going to do is go down to where it says goal. And what we can do is just select page view or swipe up. I personally like to start with swipe up. Then I optimize for page view as I actually start to gather data and build data on that. Once you get to the point where you're getting 50 add to carts per week, or you're getting 50 purchases per week, we can set our pixel to target people who are likely to purchase and people who are likely to add to carts. So make sure you're looking out for that. But in the beginning, we can only optimize with swipe ups and page views. So just go with swipe up in the beginning. Also, once you guys get to the point where you're starting to test different things and you have ad sets that are starting to work, you're going to be able to change your bid and set how much you want your bid cap and target cost to be. But what I would recommend doing is just starting with auto bid, because it's, like I said, you don't really know what's going to work. Just let Snapchat optimize, and hopefully you guys will be able to make sales and be able to actually start gathering data. Pretty much after that, we're done with setting up the ad set, and now we can go to the ad level. So this is going to be where we can set up a video ad to run, and I like to name my ad whatever it's going to be. So let's say we're testing 2 different videos, we would just put ad 1 for the first video. For your brand name, you can put whatever you want to put here. I usually just put the name of the store, so we just could put resistance bands, right? Pretty much after that, we can come down to headline, and I usually like to make the headline something that stands out to people. So we could just put get fast shipping to USA, okay? Then what we can do is select what we want to upload for our video. So this is where I'm going to show you guys exactly how to create your video ad to run as a Snapchat ad. And if you guys don't have a video prior to this, okay, I'm showing you exactly what to do now. So you would hit create, right? And so this is going to allow us to create a template, and this is going to allow us to showcase our product. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what we're going to do. We're going to try to find a template that works fairly well. We can do it by filters, and I'm going to do traffic to a website since we're sending people to our website to purchase our product. We can look around here and see what looks good. All right, guys, so this is what I'm going to use as our template, and what I want to do is just replace this tomato background image. So we're going to hit replace. What we can do is even search. What we can do is search on Snapchat for some images, but what I want to do is put just gym. And if you guys want to get really, really advanced with these things, instead of just using this background with this logo and stuff like that, you could go to canva.com and you would be able to edit a completely new 9x16 logo as well as banner. So what we could do is hit create design. We could do custom dimensions. We'll do 900 by 1600, and then you can actually make your own design and use the templates that Canva gives you. And there's a ton of really great templates that you can use, just like this one right here. As you guys can see, this looks extremely professional. We could use this to run as a Snapchat ad, and you could just change out the background. In this case, I'd probably change it out to be something that has to do with resistance bands, but for this video, I'm not going to do that. It's very easy for you guys to see and be able to do. So all you would do, click upload once you've gotten that video creative done and that picture or video creative done, And then what we're going to do is come down where it says call to action. And this is where we can change the call to action. We're going to do shop now because that kind of relates to Shopify dropshipping, being able to shop around, look around the store. You guys have to take into consideration that people aren't actually going into a physical store. They want to be able to see the product and interact with it. So make sure that your store has a ton of high quality images of your product, and make sure the ad creatives that you're showing are showcasing your product, your service in a really good way. Also, what you guys want to do is put your website URL. A lot of people make the mistake of sending people to their homepage. Make sure you guys are sending your traffic to your product page, where your description, where your high quality photos, where your reviews all are, because that is going to play into giving you a better conversion rate and getting you more sales on your store, having to spend less and getting more traffic, more reach, more awareness. After you've put all of that in, you guys can hit next, and this would create your campaign, your ad set, and your ad. Once you get to the main board of Snapchat ads, you can duplicate ad sets and you can change your campaigns. You can change out different ads that have different videos. And what I like to do is launch one campaign with 4 different ad sets, each running at $5 per day. If you have a higher budget, you could launch more ad sets. So I would say maybe launch anywhere from 8 to 10 ad sets, each at $5 per day, and test a ton of different interests. Hopefully you get, a couple sales. If you get a couple sales, like 2 or 3 sales from the ad sets, then you can scale those further. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to make judgmental decisions and look at the metrics. So you're going to come down to where it says columns right here. You can click columns and you're going to be able to see your details, all right? And it's going to show you different metrics. So what we're going to do, we're going to click total add to carts. We're also going to click total purchases, purchase value, page views. You guys can also select, 50% and 75% long form video quartile to see how long are people viewing your video ad if you're running a video ad. So all these different metrics are going to give us insight on what to do. And personally, what I like to do is click save. Once you've done that, you start running your ads. You can take a look at the ad sets, see if they've spent your profit margin. If they've spent your profit margin, what you're going to do is look at if they have add to carts, initiate checkouts, and look at what their cost per swipe up is. If your cost per swipe up is extremely low, if it's below $2, if it's below $1, that means a lot of people are clicking on your ad, and this is a telltale sign that your ad is going to perform well. So let's say you have a lot of add to carts. Let's say your cost per swipe up is really good, but you don't have any sales. You could let that ad set maybe spend another couple dollars. But if an ad set doesn't have any add to carts, it doesn't get a lot of initiate checkouts, and the cost per swipe up is really bad, that could be an ad set that you want to turn off after it spends your profit margin, so you don't start overspending on testing. As you go day in and day out of testing more and more interests with more and more ad sets, more and more video creatives attached to those ad sets, is going to give you a better chance of finding a couple to work for you. And once you really start to get stuff to work for you, start to make sales, it's going to be easier and easier for your pixel to learn your audience and who to target. And what I like to do once I start to make a lot of sales and once I build data, you can set your pixel to target, like I said, purchase, add to cart, rather than targeting swipe up or view content like we were looking at before. So building data is going to be essential. Once you do make around 30 sales or so, I would also recommend creating a retargeting campaign. And what you can do is just set up another campaign, target people who have viewed your video 50%, 75%. You can show them an ad with your coupon code that you can create on Shopify. And basically that coupon code is going to give a lot more people the chance to buy it. You're going to be showing it to warm traffic, people who've interacted with your store, people who have interacted with your ad. And this is how you're going to recover a lot of the money back. Also make sure on your store you have email remarketing and retargeting set up so that you can target people who have entered their emails, or if they've browsed around your store, you have their information and you can send them offers, coupon codes to recover them. I also recommend installing an app called SMS Bump. This is going to send messages to people who have abandoned your store, and they're going to get texts so that they can easily navigate back to your website and you can start to make sales from this. So those are all the strategies that I go into implementing when I go to launch a campaign and a product from scratch on Snapchat. And I hope you guys really did enjoy the video. I wanted to make this video extremely detailed so you could see exactly what to do going from scratch. And if you're having trouble picking your product to sell, the one thing that I would say is just to try to find something that solves a problem. You can pretty much sell whatever product you want. It just comes down to your ability to make extremely engaging video ads, extremely engaging photos to run as ads, and this will help you see profitability with your store, get you more traffic. And to be honest, guys, I've been doing it for a long time, and this is the easiest way to get started with things. If you're on a low budget, maybe grow an Instagram account for your store. This also can help you out, build a budget. You can start to make free sales if you send a coupon code to people who interact with your content, who follow you back and like your page. So definitely implement those strategies as well. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next video.